What's up, guys? You tune into this same podcast with your girl Chanel Monique, where real talk meets real power. This is your space for bold conversation, healing truth, and unapologetic womanhood. Grab your drink, get comfortable, and let's get into it. Because I'm just saying. So we're here today with your girl Vanetria, the hottest makeup artist in Oklahoma, and today we're talking about we've been tough. We have been taught to be toughened up. But what if our softness is our superpowers? So, have you ever been told you were too emotional?
No.
No, not at all. I be sad. People tell me I'm too emotional all the time.
Really? You with the
Yeah.
wrong people.
Right, they be like, why you always so emotional and this and that, and I be like, emotional, like yeah, you
I'm
know, like
confused. That's
yeah,
weird.
like I don't feel like I'm. Sometimes I be feeling like I don't have no emotion. So how you be talking about like I'm emotional? I be having too many emotions or whatever.
Yeah.
So what did reclaiming softness look like for you? Like, what's reclaiming your softness? Like, what that look like to you, a woman being soft?
Loving herself more. I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like when you really just tune into yourself and just really love you for you, embrace being a woman.
Right, right. Because society has, they just mislabel our softness as weakness. They like the society is like basically teaching us to be independent, like all the time, like as in you don't need nobody but yourself, basically, whatever.
Yeah, it has been like that a while, but I feel like, I don't know. This generation, they not with that. It's different, and I feel like I'm different, and my views is different. That's why a lot of people they just can't. But I don't know. I just feel like it's your mind frame and your views, on things how you take things,
Right.
and if you change your perspective,
Right.
I don't know. I'm just starting to
like change your perspective on like being independent, the the outlook of being a soft feminine woman.
Just I'm talking about the part where we feel like we don't need nobody. Because I don't. That's not true for me.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we wasn't created that way.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So a lot of women they don't know how though because they've had to do it so long.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but it's like I don't know.
Right. And that's true. A lot of women don't know how to. A lot of women don't know how to self help. Like even like if a man was to come into their life to lead, or maintain whatever it is that they use in the word they're using these days, like to maintain the household or maintain her, whatever. They still looking at it as if you you can't tell me what to do kind of stuff. Like
okay, so this is my thing. I feel like no for real because I feel like it's levels to it. A man, if a man don't have his life together, then of course a woman with her life together and then she got kids, of course she gonna be like he's trying to come in and just of course she's gonna be a little hesitant because she's had to do it by herself. This is me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be understanding, you have to be patient. You know, and it goes with the woman as well. It goes on both ends. That's why I said I feel like it's the perspective and then the mind frames of the two individuals. Because I feel like if they really want something to work and they really want to build on that, that's what it's gonna be. There's gonna be a certain understanding there. You know what I'm saying? Right.
And I think that's what that's what my next question is, like boundaries.
Yeah.
As in with the man who, because you're gonna have boundaries, like with that guy, like women tend to put up with a lot of things, like they see red flags and then they still, like no, it's time to stop that. Like no, this not what we doing. Like if it's a red flag, we have to be secure enough to walk away. You know, like and have those boundaries. I don't like that. So this is not what we about to do.
Yeah,
you know, kind of thing.
Or at least let it be known. I mean, and then if it happens again, then we're like, okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm just learning to be not so cutthroat. Because I can be real cutthroat. Okay?
Right.
So I really want to be in my soft woman era. I really do. And I feel like that is now. Like, so I'm working on that.
Yeah, I think it's now for all women to be in this era. You know, like it's like time to stop seeking validation.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like
I definitely don't.
Right.
I do it for myself. That's why I said that's where the self-love comes in.
And be empowering for yourself.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like learn to get with yourself. You know, like love who you are. Right. You know, like you got to see who you are in a mirror first. You know what I'm saying? You got to get with you. You know, and then that could like take away from a lot of trauma, that's going on now, right, with women today, because they just so worried about the man and trying to get validation from him, and they giving him all their power, instead of realizing that, no, it's me, like I'm the prize. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like he not the prize. Like serious, and that's why like how can women set boundaries without becoming hardened? You know what I'm saying? That's how that led up to my next question. Because they try to set boundaries, and then something in their spirit, like become hardened about something. The guy might, like you said, what you say, cutthroat, like you say, like you be cutthroat or whatever, like I think you just know what you want, kind of thing, definitely. Like or whatever. So it's not necessary that, hey, I'm being mean, I'm being evil, I'm just telling you what I want, and it's only up to you to like get that, like from that person. That's what I'm saying. If you really want that, if that's what it is, then they're gonna put in the effort. It's just gonna be a different type of energy, right? Person. But that comes with maturity, though. Right. That comes with maturity. And I feel like people they need to be mature today. But like a lot of them is not though. They not, and they like. It's crazy. They like damn near 50. Which I know that I'm older than y'all. Y'all probably in y'all late 20s, early 30s and stuff like that. Early 30s, like what? Like early 30s, 35. Lily, how old are you?
34.
See? You see? Like,
no, I'm not Delia's age.
Like, so, yeah, like, shit, I'm almost 50.
I'm almost 40.
So, like, who?
And who cares?
Like, right. Like, who got time for all this foolishness? Or whatever. So, yeah. So, like, that's all. It's like just balancing our strength with sensitivity.
Yeah, no. You don't. Yeah, you need to change your people because who would tell you that you're too emotional? That is crazy. People are weird.
Yeah, I get told that I be too emotional sometimes. I just think that I'm blunt sometimes, and me, I'm a Aquarius. So yeah, so that I'm a real blunt person. So I'm gonna tell you how I feel about stuff. Yeah. Whatever. And people look at that as you in your feelings kind of thing, whatever. You been like, no, I'm just telling you.
I'm sorry, y'all see my face on there. I'm like really hearing some faces.
Like no, I'm just telling you how I feel. How I feel about the situation, or whatever. So that's all. With the emotional thing and all that, but. Yeah, it's just. I think it's just about setting boundaries.
Yeah, most definitely. You definitely have to, and then it's way better when you know what you want versus just because you won't deal with certain things for a long time.
Right.
You'll be like, okay, that's enough. I've had it.
Right. Right.
This is not fun anymore.
Right. And I don't know if women will sit in a relationship for years, and they knew that the relationship been over, and they'll sit in that relationship forever and just deal with a whole lot of Nothing.
I'm not judging because I'm not just
right, because we all have
know.
done it. It's because they just scared to move on, or they feel like it's their age, or they feel like, oh, I'm comfortable. They get comfortable.
Oh, yeah, most
You
definitely.
know, they get comfortable in the situation, so they stay there. You know, in that one spot, and that messes up things for them, because now you done gave this man all your 20s.
Don't remind me.
Or you done gave him all your 30s. You know what I'm saying? Like, when all the while you knew 6 months that I need to just let this relationship go and go find somebody else, or let somebody come find me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, it's just hard in the way that society just mislead everything. You know, they have women out here getting BBLs and stuff now. They don't even like themselves no more.
I got me a BBL.
Look,
watch. Look, I bet you that's gonna go viral. You think it's gonna go viral?
Because they believe it.
Venetia been right here promoting her booty fake.
Yeah.
This whole time.
Because they like drama.
They do.
They like all that kind of stuff.
So yeah, y'all.
Yeah. They be out here. Right. Let me go get a BBL. And then, well, you know, they saying they've been reversing the BBL now. Because they say it have a smell or something, like the rotten flesh or something. I'm serious. You ain't been saying that?
Listen. So I have a homeboy, right? Mm-hmm. And I used to go to school with him. Mm-hmm. Boy, I don't even know what I said on Facebook, but he was like, "Listen, I don't know what it is with these women in these BBLs." He was like, "But the smell that it leaves," and I'm like, "What?"
Right.
What?
Right.
Really?
And it's like
the layer.
I'm natural.
it is like coming out now. Women been making videos saying I had to go and get my BBL reversed because my pass by went stink, or my sit down went stink. And I was like, oh wait, so like it stink, you know, like, so it's a smell. And then people come on, you know, they'll leave comments and they'll be like, yeah, them men say the BBLs be stink, you know. But that was my first time hearing that. Like, I never heard that before. And I was like, wait, so it really do stink? So I guess it's the flesh. I don't know, because you know it's the BBLs is like the fat. They take the fat from somewhere else and they put it in your butt, right? That's what the BBLs is, right? No, I'm serious. I don't think they all doing that. They doing injections. Either they doing injections or they taking the fat and they putting it into their butt. Some of them was putting them things in. What's them things like? The implants. Yeah. I don't think they doing that no more. Because then you gonna be looking like when they was slipping. Yeah, you gonna be. Okay. Yeah. I ain't about to say time because I don't want them to be suing me already. But for real though, they say the flesh is rotten or something like that. They even had one video, the girl had maggots. Oh. Yes, the girl had maggots. And I was like, that's horrible. That they bringing their bodies through all this. And I guess the inside of them is rotten or something. Because that's not that. God said, listen, okay. That's it. That's the only thing that's the only thing I could think of, baby. So, what you have going on these days, girl?
Oh, a little bit of everything. Being a mom. And then I'm at the gym now, doing my fitness. About to start that journey. Still doing makeup. Doing my influencing thing. Oh, I'm officially now a Shein affiliate.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Geez, golly, what a curse. It be taking so long for all this stuff now. But it's paying off.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
So, get a lot of
So, like, what you do, like, get artists in and like, have to put on the clothes and promote it or something?
That's why you see me do all these videos and post links and put it on my storefront on Amazon.
And then the people have to, like, buy, like, you give them a code or something, and then they have to buy. Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
I'm ready for pool season because these swimsuits,
Okay, so you got some nice swimsuits and stuff. So you don't have like nothing coming up, no photo shoots? No.
Oh yeah, I do. I got a photo shoot on the 18th. That's not really too much detail about that. Oh, okay. I don't really like talking about it. I just like just pop out and stuff.
Oh, okay, girl, I understand.
You know, but y'all know I'm always doing something.
Right.
Y'all always see.
I don't know how to sit. Is crazy, girl.
What? Oh, for real? I don't know how to sit still.
Oh, Lord. Listen, she cracks me up.
Honey. Listen. I work at Ghost Gym in Edmond, and my boss calls me EB. You know what that stands for? Delia, do you know what it stands for?
I'm not here.
Yes, you are.
No.
EB. Energizer Bunny.
Oh, okay. Because you do have a lot of energy, Vanetria. Your butt be done a whole lot of everything. I said, look at this girl. And when you sent me that video, I was like, this girl here.
What video?
When I said, send me the video, and y'all just like do a little quick video saying, I said, now this girl, she just said a whole lot of everything. I said, but this should be having a whole lot of energy, honey. Shoot.
My mom be like, do you wonder where your daddy get it from? I'm like,
So you think being strong mean being hard?
No.
Right. So why you think they give us that stigma like black women mainly?
I just don't think people get the time to get to know us really. I don't know. I just feel like they don't. They don't really take the time. It's sad, but it's true. I can't really. They just don't take the time to get to know us. Like, you know, like how we sit and talk and we find out stuff about each other. Another person won't do that. It's like, it's like one little thing, and it's like a pop off session, and then or they feel intimidated. You know, so the whole conversation goes. You know, because you can feel energy.
Right.
When you say certain things, you know, you can read it. You can read it. You can pick it up.
Yes, of course I can read energy.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. Like with different people, that's what I'm saying. I just feel like people just don't take the time to just put aside BS and just really
get to know who a person is. As in you speaking as in when you talking to your girlfriends or if you talking to a meal?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, because men, they be the main ones.
Right. Because they think we too strong, so we just hold it.
Yeah, and they think everything that we say is combative or we're popping off or we trying to argue. Oh, boy, that really pisses me off right there. Right. Like, I'm not going to argue with you.
Like, just because I'm
What does that mean? I'm communicating. I'm sorry, I'm very passionate about what I'm saying, though. But
right.
I just.
And I think it's because a lot of people don't know how to communicate. You know, a lot of people don't know how to talk, you know, to each other. So, you know, and I found that out because that's why I wrote one of my books. It's a boyfriend and girlfriend book. So it's like, it's a book for both of them to write in. So it's questions about her that he have to answer, and it's the questions about him that she have to answer. And the reason why I wrote the book is because people don't talk. They don't communicate. They don't know each other.
Yeah.
We found that out through COVID. How many domestic violence they had? They had so much domestic violence during COVID. You know why? Because they was in the house and they didn't like each other. Their relationship is based off sex.
Yeah.
That's it. They don't know how to talk to each other. They can't stand each other. They're just in that house. That's it. Can't wait to get out the house from around each other. And that's sad. That is so sad. That you can't even be in the house with the person that you claim you love.
Yeah.
You know what? But y'all talking about y'all want to get married.
That's all. I was just about to say that. That's so funny.
Like you, girl, you don't even know him. How y'all about? You can't even have a whole conversation with him. How y'all about to get married?
And then without popping off, we'll get mad.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like that's why I basically wrote that book. Just to put it out there. Because people they don't know each other. Yeah. They just sitting in the house existing.
That's what I'm saying. They're not being creative and really. It's just because that's not their person. Because I feel like when it's your person, honey.
Yes, honey. Oh, y'all gonna be too excited to see each other.
Listen, we're making plans, we're doing things. Listen,
right? Y'all gonna have a whole lot to talk about.
Okay,
whatever.
Ready for each other.
Yes, because today, baby, these relationships is ridiculous. You see it on Facebook.
It'll be like 5 minutes or like.
Yes, I be like, what is going on? Why is you with him? Why you with her? What's right? What they cheating on each other?
Yeah, and it's like I don't really understand that.
Me
to be with somebody and
and just cheating for no reason, just cheating, just out here doing the most or whatever. That's so crazy to me. But that's what relationships has came to, and I blame the government for everything.
I blame social media.
Social media and the government. That's what I blame. But I think like being a strong woman. I think it just has been forced on us, and that's why they always say we not feminine, we masculine. But we in that era because of y'all. Like if y'all would step up and do the masculine part, then we wouldn't have to be masculine. Y'all can't even set a date. We got to do that most of the time. Where you want to go out to eat? What? Like what you mean? Like that. You the man with the plan.
Like, can I get somebody that knows how to?
Right. Like dang. Like come up with something. Yeah. Like it don't make sense.
Yeah, I don't.
But yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's the relationship thing these days.
So what's the oldest man you dated?
You said the oldest man?
Mm-hmm.
Well, none yet lately because I'm old. But I could tell you now when I was in my 20s, my child's daddy was 38 and I was 22. 22 or 23. Yeah, when I met him. 22 or 23 when I met him. But yeah, so of course he in his 60s now. But yeah, so I would think that her daddy probably was the oldest guy that I talked
he was.
Yeah, because I didn't I never dated guys my age, which I never dated much. I was always married. Yeah, so my children daddy, we was married. Like I've been doing this.
She said I've been doing
this. like I've just been. I didn't have many boyfriends. How girls was in high school and y'all they had like lots of boyfriends. Oh, I fooled with this one this week and I fooled with that. No, not me. No, that wasn't me. I had a baby daddy in high school, and then he became my husband. Then he became my baby daddy again. And then, like we just, then we just got married. So I ain't have boyfriends in high school. Like he came with me to my prom and everything. He was old. He was older than me. Like
that's dope.
But yeah, so I never dated guys my age, never. So when I was in my 30s, I married a young guy. That was my first time marrying somebody younger than me, talking to somebody younger than me.
You say he was in his 30s, and how old was he?
He was in his 20s.
Ooh,
yeah, he was in his 20s. Yeah, and I was in my 30s. And we tried to make it work, but that shit wasn't working. I was like, how did you do it? Yeah, that was real rough. But you know, things happen or whatever. And I was like middle 30s, he was middle 20s. Yeah. Like on his way to his 30s, I was on my way to my 40s. Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah. You know. Yeah. But,
okay. I don't say that. I'm 62. I think it's 62, 64. 64. Somewhere over there.
Yeah, see, 62 old for me. But see, I'm not talking to nobody in his 60s. My dad in his 60s. So,
I don't know, but he was fine. So I'm like,
yeah. So,
but I mean, I never really acted on anything. We just talked with him, so it wasn't nothing like it never got like serious or nothing like that. It never went nowhere. But yeah, definitely stuck in their ways.
They are.
Definitely stuck in their ways.
They are. And I think it's because they probably just been single too long. And don't let them have no money.
But they thirsty. They be thirsty.
Don't. Because see, them ones that's in their 60s and stuff like that, and they think they got a little money, they think they could just flash their little money, you know, like in front of them young girls.
I'm telling you. Listen, and then don't let them be fine.
Baby, yeah, I don't do the, that's too old for me.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, that is. That's too old for me, baby. Like, no, sir. Like, no, indeed. Like, at this point, my daddy about to have an issue with this. Like, it's true. Like, no, indeed, no. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, 60. Whew. I'm acting like the man 70 or 80.
You really do.
But yeah. But you know, that's funny because I have a friend that messed with older guys too. And she refused she said, if you in your 40s, you too young. Like late 30s and early 40s, you too young. She feel like that's too young. And she would prefer to date older guys. And I'll be like,
wait, hold on, wait. How old is she?
50.
And you saying she what?
She want to date older guys. You know, like she don't want nobody like if they talk to her in their like late 30s and in their 40s and stuff like that. She said that's too young. Yeah. She said she feel like they don't have their head on straight yet. But a 60-year-old could not have their head on straight yet. They still out here doing the moves. So because I guess that's just what they do.
Setting thirst traps.
Yeah, that's crazy. They
be doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, that don't make no sense. That's just what they do.
Private parts. They be doing the most.
They be doing what?
This old man crazy.
Wait, what they be doing?
Listen, we ain't gonna talk about it.
Girl, what you saying? They be doing what to do?
The old man is crazy.
And you say they be hosting their what?
They post their private.
Oh, posting. Girl, now they too old for that. I know they got grandkids. They got great grandkids.
I'm telling you, listen.
Baby,
the things my eyes have seen. These men be doing.
They cuts up, honey. Yes.
Had a couple no. They do though.
So what's the youngest guy you done dated?
20. Hold on. Wait. Let me think about this. 26. Wait. Yeah.
26.
25. Yeah, 26.
Okay. So how that relationship was? I can't stand her. Yeah. I can't stand her.
For real. Listen, right. Okay.
So what you think so are you dating now? Like are you dating, like talking to people, stuff like that, whatever. And as in with the dating scene, Do you believe that when we're dating, we should date multiple people, or we should just date one person?
Why did you have to do this to me today?
No, I'm just wondering. Because people look at dating different.
They do.
They look at dating. Me, I think you should date them all.
Yeah.
But people have to realize what dating is, not sex.
Yeah.
Like we're dating. Like you're in competition. Like with other people.
Yeah.
And that's the problem too. They meet somebody and then they immediately start having sex and then now they're in a relationship.
Yeah.
And that's why y'all don't like each other. That's just why. No, for real. That is just why. Because you didn't even take the time to know this person. Whatever. You just liked them or he liked her because they fine, she fine, he fine. They think this one got that or this one got this. And now we sleep together and now he live with her.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing the living thing, but I am willing to like build and I do want to get to know somebody. But I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one because I think I'm that one. I'm not. I don't do the multiple, or at least because listen, it's only because I feel like I'm a celebrity, so I can't just be out here with different guys and just letting the different guys have access to me like that. I'm just not doing that.
They don't having access to you. That y'all just conversating, y'all going out on some dates, y'all getting to know each other. He don't know where you stay at, and you don't know where he stay at because y'all meeting up at like restaurants or whatever it is y'all dating at. Kind of sort of like Steve Harvey daughter, because baby she was dating them all. Or whatever. Like she was dating whoever. But now I don't know if she was, being intimate with him, but I know she was dating him, and and if it just ran its course, and she moved on.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, that's what I'm saying. But different women everybody's different, and to each his own. Right. But me, I'm not built that way. I just don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do it. Like I said, because I do hold myself at a certain caliber. And I just don't want to let men have access to me like that. And people are crazy these days. Women come up missing left and right. So I'm sorry, but I'm not just about to be going out with different men.
Because I'm missing too.
But I'm little. But I'm little, and I'm very well known. And I'm sorry, but that's just what it is. And I'm not putting myself in that situation. God forbid, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying things are not the same like back in the day where we could just go and pop out and yeah, it's not the same like that. We can't just be going out and meeting different men that you don't know. Have no, you know what I'm saying? You don't know him from a can of paint. You don't know him, nothing. Even his name might be something else. It's just things are different now. People do stuff. People catfish. People do stuff different. You can't just. I'm not doing it.
And that's like with those dating sites.
That's what I'm saying, man.
When women when they meet men on the dating sites whatever, and they going out with them and stuff like that. So I think it's like everything be a double standard, whatever. But I really do believe that people should date before they become intimate, with each other, so they could, at least get to know, things about each other, before they get to talk about, oh, let's move in together,
Yeah, I'm not.
Because they do that too fast, they move in way too fast. And sometimes I don't even think man and woman could cohabitate together in the same house.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just choose to believe otherwise. I have to believe in. Sorry. I have to believe in something else. I have to believe that it is because I want that. So my mind frame, I can't think like that. I have to speak it.
So what you think about when grandma and grandpa had their own rooms?
Listen, I know they were still getting busy.
No, that's true. But why you think they had their own rooms?
I really don't know. I mean, they need their time. We all human. We all need our our own time, we do. We just do.
Right. And that's why they had their own room, because they needed space. They won't, be all in each other's space, like that. And, that's how a lot of their relationships last too. Even though sometimes grandpa was around here making 75 other families, and stuff. And grandpa was raising the other kids and doing this and doing that. But I think, I actually talked to somebody. It was a lady, high caliber lady, have businesses, her and her husband, whatever, and they have separate houses. Like he have her own house, and she have her own house, and they just they married. Let me not leave that out. They married. They married, and they have their own house. She said nobody is cheating. Like she like believe like I trust him, he trusts me. Nobody's cheating. We just have our own space. Whatever he go to his house, and then I go to my house. Not saying that we don't stay over at each other houses, whatever. But sometimes, we might not want to do that, and I go home, or he go home, and that works for them.
Yeah, it's still kind of like dating.
And
Like in the first stages.
And I think that's like what it is, because sometimes, baby, I don't want to be bothered all the time. But that's just where I'm at with it, because I done already, been in committed relationships, whatever. So I know what probably works best for me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I believe that will work for me. Like you have your own space, and then I have my own space. Yeah. But some people feel like they could be in the same house with each other. Yeah. 24 hours a day on day.
Well, I don't think, yeah. Cause my partner, yeah, we're not gonna be in the house, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna be somebody that's out and that's popping and got stuff popping for himself too. And he's gonna have to, because the way I'm going, things I got cracking, I don't sit still. So it's impossible. So we're on the same page, so same level, all that. That's just gonna be understanding. Cause I'm like, even that do sound even nice to me, the different houses, whatever. Oh yeah. But I'm like, even the different rooms. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with that. But I just don't want to have with my friend like that. I don't want to go into something thinking like that. Cause man, I just want to break generous curses. That's all it is. Right. With my friends. So I'm just focusing on positive. Like positive. Like, cause the world is crazy enough. The world is crazy. It's enough going on. It's a lot of mad people in the world. Yes. And so I just want to be happy. Let me be happy. Let me be in my world. Leave me alone. Right. For real. Right. If you're not happy, and you don't come around me. Right. Because I'm not dimming my light. I'm not dimming my anointing. None of that for you. Right. Because your demons or whatever it is that you battling with. Right. Go heal. Go figure it out. But if you want my support, my love, I got you. Right. That's me. Right. Lift you up. That's me. That's understandable. So, Vanetria, guys, tell the people where they can meet you, where they can, They can't meet me now. Where they can find you at on social media. So they can follow you and all this stuff, because you be modeling. It's prime time. I've been doing a lot. That's why I've been so busy. I feel like I've been posting, but I feel like I haven't been posting. I don't know. But Instagram is the Melanin Model, and then Vanetria _M, and then Vanetria _Makeup _LLC. Boom, all three. Instagram, TikTok, Vanetria M Jones, Facebook, Vanetria M Jones, Vanetria Jones. If you add that page, that's my modeling page. If you add that page, I will not add you on the Vanetria M Jones page, because we're not doing that. Follow my business page on Facebook, V Makeup LLC. And you can Google me, baby. All of this will pop up. Just Google me, and it'll pop up. I know that's right, baby.
Well, of course, you can find me, Chanel Monique, everything. You can go to chanelmonique.net and purchase you a book, of course. And that's a wrap for this episode of Just Saying podcast with your girl Chanel Monique. So if that spoke to you, share it with your girl and leave a few reviews. We don't just talk here, we transform. Until next time, walk in your